push the animal out. Oh, I did. Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Collision or Hit. I, Tony Schiavone, with Joey Styles, and with Montel Vertadius Porter. And today on Collision or Hit, we have a good show, here today on Collision or Hit. We haven't seen the TWF 24/7 winnings on stake in some time, so Xia Li will have her TWF 24/7 winnings will be on stake here today on Collision or Hit, Tony Schiavone says. You got that right, Joey Styles said. A lot of folks have scathed WWE from 29 between FYL to 2022 YL for having the W 24/7 winnings. But the TWF still has one, and Xia Li is the TWF 24/7 fighter. I can tell you one thing right now, Tony and Joey. Yes, a lot of folks hated WWE for having the WWE 24/7 winnings, from 29 between FYL all the way till 2022 YL, starting with Titus O'Neil and ending with Nikki Cross. Because a lot of folks thought they were getting the WWE hard middle winnings strap that ran from between 98 YL to 2002 YL and did not get that. So I think that's why they hated it. But then again, that's just my belief of why they hated it for. Well, now we're going to go to the ring now. Well, you could be right about that, Montel. You could be right about that. About why folks hated the WWE 24/7 winnings. We'll never truly know. But all we do know, Tony says, is that the TWF still has 24/7 winnings. And Xia Li has been the one who has most likely won it more times than anyone else. Alright, folks. The TWF 24/7 fighter. And the way that I look at this, I believe, that I know a lot of folks don't like the didn't like the TWF 24/7 winning because it makes them think of the WWE 24/7 winning strap that they hated so much. And they're like, and they'd say things like, oh, well, they'll say, oh, well, you don't live up to the oversight. You're not living up to the oversight, they'll say. Or whatever they'll say. It's dumb because they don't have any weapons, or don't work any weapons or any tools. Well, I would not know about that one, because here comes Steven Richards in the ring now, and here is Aleister Black. Two men who we all know would want to go for the TWF 24/7 winnings, Joey Styles says. Well, I can tell you one thing, Joey Styles says, love or hate the TWF 24/7 winnings, that's your own right, I believe. But you can't take away that Xia Li has overcome a lot of folks winning it. That need be true, and now the fight keepers in the ring, is that going to make 3 folks that want to go after it? Meaning, and Xia Li just knocked down Aleister Black and Steven Richards, who both wanted to go for the TWF 24/7 winnings. And now Xia Li is now going to have to, and now Xia Li is now going to have to be is now going to have to watch her back because other folks might want to go for it. Tony Schiavone says, yeah, the Fight Lord could go for it, Joey Styles says. Not saying you will, but that could happen. We had some there, that could happen, believe it or not. Montel Retatis Porter said it did happen with a hard middleweight. Wait a minute. Hey, what's going on here? That's one of the Fight Keepers. He knocked down Xia Li. He wants to win it. 1, 2, and only a kick out. What's all this about? And Xia Li just knocked down one of the Fight Keepers too. And now she's going to have to get it. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. Here is your winner. And still the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. And the funny thing is that Montel Retatis Porter says we were right. We were right about, one of the fight keepers or fight keepers wanting to go for the TWF 24/7 winnings. Montel Retatis Porter, we were right about that. At least I was right about that. I said it could happen, doesn't mean it will happen. And I said Xia Li has to watch out then. And I was right. Xia Li has to watch out because she almost lost the strap to Steven Richards, lost it to Steven Richards, to Aleister Black, and a Fight Keeper, Ross Burns, who's been in the toy wrestling gathering, I guess, since 9 between 97, or was it 9 between, since 9 between 98 YL. Montel Retatis Porter goes. And somehow Xia Li fought all of them. Well, Tony Schiavone says, we do know that the TWF 24/7 winnings have made many a men and many women want it, but only a short list of them ever won it and kept it. That's right. Tony, you're right about that, Joey Styles says. I can't believe a Fight Lord wanted to go for the TWF 24/7 winnings. Hey, it happened in WWE, Montel Retatis Porter says. So it happened in the TWF as well. Alright, we'll take it away now to Renee Young. Thank you, Joey Styles. Thank you, Tony Schiavone and Joey Styles. I'm going to be talking with Xia Li here today on Collision or Hit. First off, stand up. First off, Xia Li, I understand that you were lucky and you're still the TWF 24/7 fighter. Well, first off, Renee Young, stand up. I don't think luck had anything to do with it. Reckoning one, I'm fighting Steven Richards and Aleister Black, which, you would think that they were going to come after me for it, and I knocked them out. And then Ross Burns, a Fight Keeper, who's been at the toy wrestling gathering since 9 between 98 YL, and he wants to come after it. But I made seem that none of them would win the TWF 24/7 winnings. However, Xia Li, you have to watch your back because the TWF 24/7 winnings means that any 24 spans a day, as long as some wrestler has a Fight Keeper or not, your strap is on row. And that is how WWE did it. You're right, Renee. That is how WWE did it. And a lot of folks hated it because it wasn't the hard middle winnings. Or whatever their grounds for hating it or unliking it was. But I'm still the TWF 24/7 fighter, and no one has been man enough, woman enough to beat me. Oh, few have, but very few and in between. And I'm going to get out of here before someone else comes after me for it. Well, that's my talk with Zia Lee, the TWF 24/7 fighter. Back to you, Tony Schiavone and Joey Styles. Well, thank you, Renee Young, for talking with Zia Lee here today on Collision or Hit. And that's all the time we've got here for Collision or Hit. I, Tony Schiavone, with Joey Styles and Montel Ratavius Porter. We hope you like Collision or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Power or Might.